statewide office, so many of my donors are local and throughout the state. Many are family and friends. I have gotten many endorsements, so those also come with money in certain cases. But what's interesting about my donors is a lot of the bigger money people I actually don't know. You can look at my campaign finance and see that at some point I did try a fundraising consultant, because turns out that's actually not the best thing for me. I'm not a great fundraiser, but I did try my best, and I tried to get help when I needed it. But it turns out that many people from the LGBTQ community within Massachusetts who are aligned with mass equality, the Stonewall Dems, all knew who my opponent was. So when I announced, they donated on their own without me asking. So there's a lot of family and friends in there. There's a lot of people from my Emerge network, from my professional network, and everybody in my OCPF is a Democrat and votes for democratic values. So I'm very proud to have raised the money I have and to have support locally from my family and friends and statewide.
Thank you. Colleen.
Well, what she doesn't tell you is she did a great job raising money. Only 12% of it came from individuals from the town of Drake, and not a dime came from from Tingsboro. 12% of $21,000. And she didn't tell you that 5 of her donors are multimillionaires who are investing in buying this seat for the progressive agenda. Now, I look at mine, I've never had a $1,000 donor. And certainly if I had a $1,000 donor, I would know who they were. 55% of my donations are individuals in this community, in this district, Drake and Tingsboro. There are some unions involved. There are some people I've gotten to know over the time. I believe the largest donation I have right now is $500 from my own insurance agent who used to live in Tingsboro, who now lives in Lowell. A very good man to this community and the greater Lowell area. So, you know, I've said this from day one. This district is the people of Drake and Tingsboro's district. I will not allow these multimillionaires, these progressive investors, to come in here and buy your seat. That's what's happening.
Sabrina, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I would. Because I actually would love to know which of mine are millionaire friends. I don't actually have millionaire friends. What happens is people have gay and lesbian children and have seen across the state an effort to throw them under the bus. And so when I ran, they decided to invest in my campaign without even having a conversation with me. That shows you the level of human decency that Representative Garry has not had for the LGBTQ community ever in the 24 years, and that's why people donated to me without me even talking to them.
Not true.
So I actually don't know the millionaire people, but they know who you are.
Hold on one second. I'm going to ask the audience to keep your commentary down while the candidates are talking. Thank you. Colleen, can you respond to the comments about the LGBTQ community?
You know what? It has been an attack that has happened from day one, and it is mischaracterizing my votes. I represent the people of this district. When the gay marriage ballot question was being asked to be put on the ballot, I had a petition of over 1,000 registered voters in my district who asked me to vote to put it on the ballot. I felt it was my position as a representative of this district to put it on the ballot. Secondly, maybe I'm not good enough to tout my own horn, but I was working with a group with Eileen Isaacson and others in the gay community, with legislators, with stakeholders behind the scenes, to try to get a full, all rights, all benefits of marriage, but under the name of civil union or domestic partnership. We were working to do that, to make sure that the rights and benefits were allowed for same-sex couples. Before we come to resolution, the court case came down, and it was granted, and everything was a done deal. But to say that I am this hatred person who hates gay and lesbians and You know, it's just not who I am, and the people of this district know who I am. It's these outsiders that you've been really good at working instead of being at Drake at High graduation. You've been the one that's touting all of this and this hatred, and it's not true. You don't know me, you don't know my votes, you don't know what I've been doing for my district, and I have talked to many people in the transgender community, and I've said, help me fill that loophole that's in the law that allows anyone to be in the wrong bathroom and just claim that there's transgender. Help me fix that. And no one has come forward to fix it.
So you switched the topic again, so I'm going to give you 15 seconds because we are getting late and I got a bunch more questions here to serve the voters. So 15 seconds, please, just on the transgender.
Separate is not equal in marriage. There is no loophole in an anti-discrimination law. You either believe in discrimination or you do not.